We are down to the Final Four. Just 4 teams remain in each class of Illinois high school football, and that includes 2 teams from right here in Central Illinois. We'll start in Class 7A, where Normal Community rode the roller coaster of emotions in yesterday's state quarterfinal win over Glenbard East. The Ironmen started the game up 14-0 just 4 minutes in. Then Glenbard East scored 28 unanswered, and they were up 14 at halftime. But in the second half, it was all Normal Community. How about 31 unanswered points from the Ironmen to completely erase that halftime deficit to get the win and to move on to the state semifinals.
I'm very proud. I'm glad Coach told us we have to do a good job of handling adversity, and they did. Everybody stepped up.
We had the momentum out of the gate. They came back and just punched us right in the gut and took it back, and we found a way in the second half. Just proud of our kids and proud of our coaches and our fans and our community.
Next up for the Ironmen, the state semifinals as they hit the road to take on Downers Grove North next Saturday at 1 p.m. The other Central Illinois team still alive comes from Class 6A. The Washington Panthers looked every bit the part of a dominant team in a 40-plus point win over Chatham Glenwood in their state's quarterfinal matchup yesterday. It was once again a monster day for the Panthers defense. Washington scored 2 defensive touchdowns and held the high-flying Titans to just 16 points. Another dominant day for a Panthers defense, allowing fewer than 10 points per game this season.
Defensively, everything we saw on offense was similar to what we saw in practice, so you're able to just absolutely just demolish them on offense.
Our defense has been stellar this whole year, and our defense really rose to the occasion again today. Had 2 defensive scores, could have had a third. I was pretty proud of us all around.
Big challenge for the Washington defense next week. Defending state champion mighty East St. Louis heads to Babcock Field for a state semifinal next Saturday at 2 o'clock. Now to high school volleyball. The Morton Potters wrapped up a magical season yesterday at the state finals, and today it's time to celebrate. The Potters got the star treatment today, riding on the fire truck, escorted around town with a fire truck and police car parade, and boy, do they deserve it. The Potters bringing home the first volleyball state trophy in Middle Illini history. A truly terrific season and one to remember for Morton.
We still made school history, and we actually had a good success. I mean, we could not have lost the games any closer, so we're pretty happy, I think, and we're just glad to be together still.
It's been an absolute blast. These kids, man, they show up every single day for each other, just working their butts off day in and day out, and I'm just so proud of them. It's taken all of us. I'm just so excited. I think we're just getting started.
Another big congrats to the Potters on an outstanding season. Now it's time for our Sunday tradition. It's time to take a look back at this week's high school heroes.
We start tonight with Morton Volleyball. The Potters brought home the first ever state volleyball trophy in Middle Illini history this week after a couple of battles at the state finals. And this may be the play of the weekend. Senior captain Tyler Matson with the wicked dig, and it falls in for a point. A great state finals moment for the history-making Potters. How about Little Hartsburg Emden? Just about 50 kids in the entire school, and the Stags volleyball team is once again bringing home a state trophy. For the 3rd time in the last 10 years, Hardham finishes 2nd place in the state in Class 1A. Congratulations to the small but mighty Hardham Stags. And congratulations to Washington's Amelia Hines. Hines is legally blind, and she's also a terrific swimmer. She won 2 state championships in the Athletes with Disabilities 50-yard freestyle and 100-yard breaststroke at this weekend's state finals, both in state record times. She also added a 2nd and 3rd place medal as well. Congratulations, Amelia. The Washington football team is headed to the state semifinals thanks in part to a very strong running game, and this week it was the backup. Junior Hunter Reed had a monster game with 3 rushing touchdowns for the Panthers, a coming out party for Hunter Reed at Washington. When you're down 2 touchdowns at halftime, you've got to start the second half well, and boy did Normal Community do just that. On the first play of the second half, Tommy Davis shakes and bakes his way to a 65-yard touchdown, the first of 31 unanswered second half points as Normal Community heads to the state Final Four, and we wrap up our high school heroes.